Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is gettng. If it's your first time, thank you so much for joining me. And if it's not your first time, oh, thank you for doing this with me. If you have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button now so you get notifications whenever I post new videos. Okay, so we dive right into today's video. So is there something you want to get better at? Is there something you want to become better in? Is there something you want to do better? So this something could be a skill, a talent, or an area of knowledge. So you desire growth in this thing. I hear a lot of people give me beautiful compliments. They tell me that, they like what I'm doing, they see what I'm doing, and I'm always grateful for these compliments. Yes, but it took a while before I got here, and I'm still a work in progress. I am still becoming, I'm still growing, because growth is not stagnant. Growth is not a one-time thing. Growth is progressive. Okay, so how did I get here? I want to take you back to my secondary school. I remember that there were like 6 arms of my class. So in SS3, you have class A to class F. Every class had a class name. I was in A class, and the class name was Icon. So other classes had like Sparkle and some other things. You will be given a name. So for example, my own name was Ginger Icon. Okay, so ginger, like someone that gingers a place, someone that makes a place really lively, and that was it for me. But one thing that stood out then was that every ginger that I gingered was always done in Yoruba language. Yes, I grew up in an environment where Yoruba was the dominant language that was spoken. So even though I was in school and I did well in my English language, Yoruba was the language that I was really comfortable speaking in. And so everything I said was always in Yoruba. And even when they wrote names of vernacular speaking people, you would find my name there. Yes, I knew English on paper. In university, people would come and say, oh, are you from Ekiti State? Are you from Ondo State? So these states are states in Nigeria, and there's an accent that is common to these areas, and then I would say yes. So I'm from Ekiti State and I grew up in Ondo State. So I realized that my English was something that I needed to work on, such that when I speak, though having an accent is not bad, but I wanted to speak in a language that people could clearly understand what I was trying to communicate. So in secondary school again, I remember I was like the ginger. So if there was a movie that was popular during the holiday, like people would come, I would gather them around my bunk and I would narrate the whole thing from beginning till the end, like an hour plus video, and I would narrate it in Yoruba, and everybody would be happy and they would be hailing me and say, wow. They would go to other rooms and they'll be like, oh, Sheo has come to tell. So this storytelling thing is not today, but it's not about storytelling per se today. It's about how I moved from where I was. So I'm not speaking in Yoruba, and even if you can still hear some accent, I don't think you can, but if you can, I've really gotten better. I have grown. So what does growth mean to you? Is growth to you progressive, or is growth a leap? So it depends on what growth means to you. When you can tell that this is what growth means to me, then you'll be able to prepare yourself for that growth. So one of the things I did then was to get feedback. If you want to grow, you need feedback. Don't say you don't need feedback. Feedback is a growth propeller. I would record an audio and I would send it out and I would say, what do you think about this? What did you deduce from the voice? Did you hear anything? And I was open to receiving the feedback that wasn't even palatable for me. Don't say, that is how I am, oh, that is how I am, I cannot change. Even a rock moves. A rock can move. Yes, you can go and do the research. Don't say that is how I am, I cannot change, it's me, or accept me the way I am. Do you know that there are places that you will not be able to get into? There are some kinds of impacts that you'll not be able to make with, that's the kind of person that I am. So we need to be open to feedback. We need to be open to learning. Feedback is a form of learning. It's an important area of growth. The next thing is commit to growth. Ask yourself, in what area do I really desire to grow in? Then you'll begin to ask and research on the things that would help you to grow in that area. Remember that in 2020 during the lockdown, my husband registered for a course for me on Udemy, and the title of the course was the complete train the trainer course. So it was about public speaking, the usage of words, the attitude to speaking and all that, and I enrolled for that course. Thank God for the push that I received from my husband. It was really worth it. After that course, in fact, I knew that something had began to change in my life. I knew that I was on my way to transformation. I did that. I was happy, and then I began to use all the things that I learned in the course. So it's something to do a particular course, get your certificate. It's another thing to be able to apply what you have learned in the course, and that is where most of us do not get it. We believe that certification is the height. We believe that, oh, I've gotten my certificate and that's the end. No, it's only the beginning. Okay, that was when I began to understand public speaking and all the you see, I began to reduce the way I was using it. So I'm still growing, like I said, but I'm grateful for where I am today. I'm still committing to my growth. Third thing I would like to mention today is practice. Use. We know the law of use. The more you use something, the more you get better at that thing. So it's like driving. You've been driving, and the first time you learned to drive, it wasn't smooth. Gradually you began to understand, the rudiments of driving. Yes, driving can be so serious like that, and I will still talk about my driving lesson experience one of these days on this channel. So begin to use those things. I said apply, use them. Don't be afraid to step out. Do not be afraid to step out. You have learned something, so how do we know that you can use that thing to work on my communication and my use of English? I did a video, and what I was doing in the video was I played a song and I was singing and giving expressions to that song. So I wanted to know what I looked like on video even after practicing. So that was just me practicing to become a better version of myself. In the video you will see me smiling, you'll see me gesticulate to the lyrics of the song, giving expression to the song, giving life to the song. So it was a way for me to practice, and that video, oh gosh, a lot of people loved it. Like it was really beautiful. They didn't know I was even rehearsing. I wanted to practice all that I had learned. So do not settle, okay? Keep moving. If you want to become better at something, gain the knowledge, okay? Improve on the skill, commit to your growth, get feedback, use. So I don't want to say be consistent. When some of us here be consistent, say they have come again. You actually need to be consistent, but I've broken it down. Use. As you keep on going, you receive feedback. You're able to work on the feedback. If it's a positive feedback, you're receiving more encouragement to become better. So you know your strengths. What are your weaknesses? How can you get better? Keep firing according to your capacity, according to where you are. Don't look at someone else's zone to run. Look at what you have. What energy do you have? What knowledge do you have right now? Keep firing, keep going. As you build, you'll realize that your firing prowess increases. If you use these 3 tips that I've mentioned and spoken about today, I know that you'll get better at that thing. Even as a stay-at-home mom, yes. Even as a full-time mom, yes. Get feedback, commit to growth. What are the things that you can do while nursing your baby, while taking care of your children? All right, so we go over it again. Feedback, get feedback, commit to your growth, and be consistent. Use, practice, show up. Don't give up, don't relent. I believe you have learned a great deal from today's video. Please like this video, share with your friends, comment in the comment section. It's for you to put something that you have learned in there. Do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.